What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? This is Fair Play, back again to do another video. Y'all, it's been like a whole week and I didn't even realize how long it had been. I mean, I've literally not been on here since Monday and I had to stop. I had to slow down a little bit. I said, let me sit down and let me do another video because a lot of things have gone on this week, but it's kind of been boring. The information that's come out has been kind of boring. For the most part, I'll call it an interestingly boring week, okay? Interesting, but boring. And just to run down the list of the things that have happened this week, of course, we know late last week sometime, we know Steve Harvey, after he had his interview with Monique, came back because of all the backlash he got on social media for the things he said about telling the truth and about integrity. He, of course, is now feeling bad. He regrets the things that he said in true Steve Harvey fashion. Of course he regrets it, but he only regrets it because of the backlash that he did not expect to get. See, Steve Harvey thought that he was so famous and so popular that and so untouchable that he could say anything he wants and everybody would agree with it. But no, sorry, Steve. Not everybody agreed with that coonery that you showed on that interview between you and Monique. So that happened this week. But you know, he meant what he said. I don't care what he said. Everything that Steve Harvey said in that interview, he meant it, okay? Also, the next thing, of course, we know what happened with Jussie. We're not talking about that as much this week. My verdict on the Jussie Smollett situation is that all of that was, in fact, a hoax for Empire. That's what I believe. I believe it was all for publicity. I believe more than Jussie is involved in that. I don't want to talk about it ever again. I'm pretty sure we'll hear something else soon to come out, but we know Empire will be back next month, so they needed the publicity for that show, okay? And I do believe that that's what it was all about. Also, R. Kelly was bailed out of jail on Monday morning by some woman, a 47-year-old woman by the name of Valencia Love. No big deal to me. I mean, people are mad about it because she bailed this alleged child molester and whatever. They mad about that. I guess it would have been better if we didn't know who bailed him out. I'm pretty sure she used his money. Everybody thought it was the white lady that we kept seeing in the videos and the one that we kept seeing in the pictures with him, but it wasn't. It's actually a black woman that he knows. Like I said, 47 years old. She owns restaurants and she owns a daycare. That's just one of those things. All I know is she says she's a friend of his. She says that he told her he hadn't done anything wrong. She believes him. And so she went down there and she did what he asked her to do. That, you know, it is what it is. Would I have done it? I don't know if I would have done that or not. But why people are mad with her, attacking her business online, why they are trying to affect this woman's livelihood because she bailed him out, I do not know. Y'all, this is just one of those situations. We're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. I don't know why people are mad. The man still has to go to court. He has not been found innocent of anything yet. So, just let the courts handle it. Just let the man go to court, let the truth come out, and let them chips fall where they may with R. Kelly, okay? Also, we know that Michael Cohen testified before Congress on Wednesday morning. Basically, that was an all-day affair for him. The questions that came at him, I did not watch the whole thing. I think I might have seen maybe 30 minutes of it. Michael Cohen told us everything that we already knew about y'all's president. We already knew. He called him a liar, a racist, basically a philanderer. He called him what else did he say he was? He evades taxes. All of the things that he said, we've already known about Donald Trump. What we wanted to hear is some proof about his Russian collusion. But of course, Michael Cohen claims that he doesn't know anything about that. I don't see how it's possible for him to know about everything else that Trump has done, but not to know anything about the Russian collusion. He didn't deny that some collusion had gone on, but he said he was not privy to any collusion between Trump and Russia. I don't believe that, but whatever. All we can do is take the man at his words until we find out something differently, you know? He did allude to the fact that Trump wanted him to lie about the situation. He did. But what most people wanted to know was the Russian collusion. Give us the proof of it. That didn't happen. So what now? Now what? What's going to happen now that he's talked about him? What effect will it have? Maybe in the 2020 elections, people will remember and they will judge wisely during that time when they go to vote. Otherwise, I don't even see the point of what Michael Cohen really did. Michael Cohen's going to prison for 3 years. He could get out early on good behavior or whatever. I don't feel one way or the other about Michael Cohen. He did what he did. Now he's about to get what he got. End of story. I just hope he becomes a better man as a result of this. I really do. I just hope he becomes a better man, because 3 years is not really a very long time. And again, he may not even serve the full 3 years. I do know that day, something to me that was very embarrassing. That young black girl that they brought up there, the one that works for Ben Carson at HUD, they brought her out to prove that Donald Trump could not possibly be a racist. Y'all remember that Ben Carson is his one token Negro in the White House. I'm just saying, that's what he is. And this woman works for Ben Carson. Ben Carson hired this woman. Y'all, she's out of my home state of Alabama. She's from Birmingham. I was just embarrassed for her, and I wish she had not let them use her like that and make a fool out of herself the way that she did. She should have said, no, thank you. I'll stay back here in the office and I'll file these papers. That's what she should have told them. She should never have come out there, because now everybody's talking about her. All right. What else happened that was, let's see. That was interesting. Found out about some character on YouTube. Y'all be careful. Y'all monitor what your children are watching on YouTube. Please do, because there's this character by the name of Momo, this hideous looking, skinny looking character that's popping up in children's videos on YouTube and actually giving children ideas about how to kill themselves and how to kill their families. And she's doing it in a childlike voice, so you may not even notice it if you're not paying attention. I implore you to monitor your children and monitor what they are watching on television at all times, okay? Because y'all just do that. Please, for your own sake and for the sake of your kids, pay attention, you guys. Pay close attention. I would even suggest that you review this stuff before you let them watch it. Don't just let your kids watch any and everything, okay? Please, we're living in some very different times today than it was 20 years ago. All right, I just wanted to say that. I'm not going to stay there. I just want to tell y'all to be careful. This other thing that has popped up, these Kardashians. Y'all, the Kardashian women, those Kardashian witches, those are a group of women that I really could care less about. I used to watch that show like the first season or two, but then I got sick of them, them and their, I don't want to call them women whores, and I don't want to say that, but I just don't care for them. Y'all, this latest situation, of course, with Khloe and Tristan, I didn't even know they were still together like that. I know he's the father of her child, but supposedly Jordan Woods, the best friend of Kylie Jenner, had a intimate run-in with Tristan at his house after some get-together, a party. It was an after party at Tristan's house, and allegedly she was supposed to have slept with him according to reports and whatnot. Khloe was mad with her, so it's a bunch of mess going on social media about that. Why, I do not know. Of course, what Jordan did, she said she didn't do what they say she did when she was on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett, which I did not watch because I'm not a big fan of Jada Pinkett, but I did see a little bit of it. If she did, even a kiss was tacky. That was tacky. That's too close to home to be fooling with somebody that is dating your best friend's sister. But you know what? Nothing that they do surprised me, because when it comes to men in that family, this is how they live. This is how they live their life. So I'm not surprised. They share men. They're very close to each other. I not share them when I mean literally share them, but they all get really close to the men that date them in the family. Everybody in the family is real close and controlling. And so it just doesn't surprise me that something like this would happen. I don't feel sorry for Khloe at all, because if I'm not mistaken, when she met Tristan, he was with a woman that was pregnant. Did she not snatch him up from his pregnant girlfriend, whose name is also Jordan? So, I mean, you reap what you sow. She dated a cheater. She got involved with the cheater, and he cheated on her. So I don't know what else she expected. I don't believe that Tristan wanted Khloe ever. I don't believe he ever liked her from the beginning. Well, I'm not going to say he didn't like her, but I didn't believe that he ever really wanted to be with her. I think she kind of forced him or pulled him into a relationship, and they wound up having a baby. But I really believe he just wanted a little bit of publicity behind his name, because we know the Kardashian engine is powerful in the industry. And I believe that's what that's all about, because none of us knew him or even cared about a Tristan Thompson before Khloe, right? Nobody ever thought about him. So with his funny looking self. But anyway, I don't believe he ever cared for her. This is not the first time that he has stepped out on her again. That's what he did when he hooked up with her. So it is what it is. I don't know why this whole situation is even in the media like this. That's just something, another one of those things I felt like they should have dealt with privately amongst themselves. Everybody doesn't need to know about that. Nobody even cared about Jordan Woods, to be completely honest with you. So now we have this, like I said, interestingly boring stuff that's in the media, y'all. Okay, then you got oh, I forgot, Jeffree Star, the makeup artist, the guy, the one that dresses in drag, that knows them. He lives in Calabasas, and he has come out today and said that Jordan and Tristan have been messing with each other for months. He's like, everybody in the neighborhood knew it. We're just finding out. I don't know if I believe anything Jeffree Star says. I don't know, because he's known to be messy in the streets from what I understand. But that's what he's saying. He's saying that they've been together multiple times over the past several months or whatever. So who knows? Who knows? To me, this is another situation like with Jussie Smollett. This is just fodder for the Kardashian show that will be back this month, as a matter of fact. So there you have it. Publicity. That's all it is. Y'all, you can't believe nothing you see with these celebrities most of the time, especially when their show is about to come back on television. So always know that they're going to do some stuff for publicity. Okay, let's see. Some rest in pieces go out to Katherine Hellman, the beloved actress that played the Grandma Mona on, let me get my article up, y'all. Of course, she was on Who's the Boss, and she also played on the show called Soap, like back in the 70s. I didn't watch it until recently because I wasn't around when that show came out, but she has passed away, Katherine Hellman, and she will be missed by many because she is a beloved character. I actually love her character on Soap, which is the show that gave birth to Benson. So yes, she has passed away at the age of 89, the ripe old age of 89. So rest in peace to Katherine Hellman. She was always a beautiful woman to me. And I love seeing her on Who's the Boss. You know, we're losing a whole lot of legends. I know people can't live forever, but it's like I knew January 1st, it was like, okay, who's it going to be this year? Who's it going to be? We've lost James Ingram. We've lost now Katherine Hellman. Who else? And also in addition to that, our beloved Rollo off of Sanford and Son has passed away as well. He too, he was 80 years old. I don't know why I thought he was older than Katherine Hellman, but he died at 80. We've been wondering for years where he's been. He played the beloved Rollo Lawson, Rita Lawson's boy on Sanford and Son. He has passed away as well. He looked really good in his old age because we did see some pictures and video footage of him lately. And he has passed away, so rest in peace to Rollo as well. Go on up there and see Elizabeth for us, y'all. Tell her hey for us, all right, Rollo? But anyway, y'all, that's kind of bittersweet news on the deaths this week. What else happened that was supposed to be interesting, but it wasn't? Future out here telling people that he don't want fat girls coming to his show in Miami. Let me hold on. Before I lie on him. He doesn't want them to come into this club in South Beach. He said no fat girls allowed, and I'm telling you right now, any fat girl that buys a ticket to his concert after hearing him say that, you're a fool. I would not support him. He couldn't get a penny out of me. That is just ridiculous. I can't believe an entertainer would say something like that. Why not? Is he shooting a video or something and he just doesn't want fat girls? That's what I think it is. He probably is going to be shooting one of his music videos in his club, and he doesn't want any overweight women in his video. When he should just say that instead of saying no fat girls can come in the club. That is offensive, and it's offensive to the fans of his, and I'm not one of them. It's offensive to his fans that actually support him. I'm telling you, I would never buy another one of his tickets again. All right, if I was in that group, I would never buy another one of his tickets. I'm talking about in the group of his fans, y'all. All right, so that was dumb of him with his ugly self. I have never cared for him, period. And for him to say that, it just pushes him further and further at the down to the bottom of my list of important people. He's like at the very bottom of it, okay? But I wanted to bring that up. Stupid of him. What else? Two things that just happened yesterday, okay? Now, and I had to bring this up. I think this was the most interesting stuff to happen this week to me. Now, Kenya Moore, who is another person that I don't care for that used to be on Real Housewives. Kenya Moore, the beautiful, once Miss Universe 1993, I believe it was. Was it Miss Universe? I think it was. Beautiful woman, of course. Kenya was in a restaurant in Atlanta yesterday, and y'all, I'm trying to pull the article up, so bear with me, okay? And I don't know why it's cutting up like this. I don't know why it's giving me this. Come on, Kenya. Okay. She is saying that the people in the restaurant kicked her out for changing her baby, the little cute, little precious little Brooklyn, at the table. Now, in my opinion, if you changing a baby's pamper at the table, you need to be kicked out, or at least asked to go to the back. They need to put you out somewhere. In this article, it says, Kenya Moore and her adorable daughter, Brooklyn Doris Daly, struck an adorable pose for Instagram recently. And they did. This is a cute little baby. In addition to the cute shot, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member also shared that she's been going through a bit of growing pains when it comes to being a new mom. It says Moore, who is 50 years old, y'all, states that she was recently kicked out of a restaurant when she changed her daughter's diaper while dining. The fact that she's 50, she should have known better. She's at least a decade or more older than me, and she's in the restaurant changing a pamper? Are you serious, Kenya? You should have known better. I've never had a baby, but I promise you, I would know not to change a pissy pamper or another kind of pamper, a poopy pamper, at a table while people are eating. That's just stupid, okay? Anyway, she says they kicked her out of the restaurant. I don't know what led them to kick her out. Why they didn't just tell her, okay, look, man, we got changing tables in the bathroom. Take your baby in the bathroom or take her to the car, but you must get her out of this restaurant from this table, changing her pamper. I don't know what led to the kicking out, but anyway, it says here, Kenya shared her story by Instagram. She said, last week when I was traveling with Brooklyn, I got kicked out of a restaurant for changing her diaper. Oh my God. I was so embarrassed. I had no idea about these rules. It's common sense, Kenya. Everybody knows you don't change a pamper at a table while other people are eating, okay? It says several moms chimed in on social media, and while many empathized with the former beauty queen, what fool empathized with her for that? Most felt that her error was bad judgment, and it was, because she should have known better. Again, she's 50, not 15. She should have known better than to do that. That's nasty. That is nasty. Let's see. Somebody on here says, what do you mean got kicked out for changing your baby's diaper? Like at the dinner table or in the bathroom? And Kenya said, on the banquet seat. Kenya, please. Then somebody else said, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know restaurants could do that. You didn't know that they could kick you out for changing the pamper at the table or say something to you. You didn't know that? Says, I am praying to be a mom, so thank you for sharing. You give me and my sister hope. I guess she does, because Kenya Moore is like Sarah. You know, Abraham and Sarah in the Bible. Sarah was like 90 years old when she had a baby. Kenya's 50, had a baby. So 50, 90, same thing. Literally. Same thing, really. Not really, but y'all know what I'm saying, though. Somebody was trying to figure out, why would they kick you and that cute baby out? I don't care how cute a baby is. Don't change the pamper at the table while I'm eating, okay? That's just like somebody sitting next to me while I'm eating and blowing their snotty nose. Wouldn't you get sick if somebody blew their nose at the table while you're sitting there eating your food? And she would too. Kenya wouldn't like that at all. So I can't understand why she doesn't understand why that's trifling. That's just trifling. And she should have known better. Kenya soon got schooled on the inappropriate actions by seasoned moms online, but she admits being a mom is a learning process. No, you don't have to. It doesn't take a genius to know that, okay? So anyway, that's what happened yesterday, and I was blown away. I don't know if Kenya was trying to do something. It just almost sounded unreal for a 50-year-old woman to be doing something like that and to act like she didn't know that it was a problem. I just wonder what kind of hoax she got up. What kind of publicity stunt is she participating in? Somebody help me, because y'all, like I said, I've never cared for Kenya, but this is just too much. This is too much. She was doing the most. Now, the last thing I want to mention, y'all, I sure don't like a lot of people on TV. It's a lot of folk that get on my nerves on television. I'm going to admit that, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and say that. And this last person I'm about to mention, I never cared for him either. He's another Real Housewives alum. Y'all know when I say he, you know who I'm talking about. That doggone Peter Thomas. Peter Pumpkin Eater. Lord, I don't know what happened. Y'all, let me tell you, I never cared for him when he was with Cynthia. It was something always shady about him. He is the color of a licorice jelly bean, but he talks about dark-skinned women that wear blonde hair. I mean, they shouldn't wear it. And I don't see why, because there are some dark-skinned women that literally look good with blonde weave in their hair. It ain't for me, but there are some that do it. Also, you know, there are literally some people in other countries, some black people that have naturally blonde hair. All he's got to do is look at like the National Geographic magazines and some other documentaries. He can see that there are people, other tribes in Africa, to be exact, that they're dark-skinned people that have blonde hair naturally, and they're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous people. And he just said, I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Well, what happened was Peter has been arrested, okay? And he's probably still in jail because today is Saturday. He's 58 years old, and he was taken into custody yesterday at Miami's International Airport. The local news is reporting this. Thomas was arrested on a warrant from Louisiana for allegedly writing counterfeit checks, the outlet reported. So as of this morning, Thomas was being held without bond. He'll probably get one Monday. The authorities have confirmed to people. This story is still developing. We don't know all the details of it. We just know he was coming. He was at the airport in Miami, and he got arrested on a warrant for writing fake checks. Now, when they say fake, do they mean bad checks, or they literally mean counterfeit checks, as in counterfeit money? This is stupid. He's 58 years old. He should know better. I don't know if this is an old warrant, but I don't know. I don't think, y'all think this was an old warrant? Because Peter should know better. He owns this business in Charlotte that's supposed to be doing so well, and then he gets arrested for this. He should feel shame. He should really feel shame. So we know social media is attacking him as well. All the people that were mad with him about talking about dark-skinned women that wear blonde wigs, they are letting him have it, honey. A lot of women think that Peter is such an awesome and sexy man. I don't. I've never liked him. And if this is a recent situation where he has written a fake check, it would not surprise me, because something about him gives off shiesty anyway to me. I don't know what Cynthia ever saw in him. I know she's flaky herself. She's a little bit wishy-washy. But I still don't know what she saw in him. But anyway, y'all, that's the most of the stuff that, to me, that's just jumped out at me this week. A lot of it was boring, whatever. I'm just waiting. We just gonna see what's gonna happen Monday with the Wendy Williams show. I never watch it, but that may be one show that I actually do watch come Monday, y'all. So anyway, let me get on off here. I was trying not to make this video too long because they take forever to upload on YouTube, y'all. And I'm sorry that it's so raggedy. This is a spur of the moment video. I will be coming back later for those that watch The Passage. I will be doing a review on episode 7 that came on this past Monday night. So anyway, without further ado, y'all take care and y'all have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.